Hello my friends. Right, I've been to Lidl this morning and I've noticed that they've got these in there. Now, I bought this about 3 years ago, something like that. And I've hardly used it because I've used cling film instead, because I've got a really good dispenser and it's quicker and it saves having to get this out. But some of you may not have a funky dispenser like what I've got, and you may find that this is better for you. So considering I've used it about once, I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a review because you probably don't know what you're doing either. So we'll just make it up as we go along. Now these are the bags that you use with the sealer. And I don't know whether you're supposed to cut them down or what the hell you're supposed to do with them. I have no idea. So we're going to be looking into that one. Oh God, this is I can't even remember what any of this is. There's a grey thing. Another grey thing with a tube on and something else on the end. Do you know what? I might have to read the instructions in a minute because I can't remember at all how to use this thing. There's a black thing there. God knows what that is. Plug. Let's have a look. Considering I've had it 3 years, you're probably thinking why she still got it in the box. Because it's easier to store it and it looks tidier when it's put away. You haven't got wires hanging everywhere and stuff like that. So if you've got the space, keep the box because it stacks better. Okay, this is it. I hope I've got the instructions in there. So what do we do? Is that cut? Oh, okay. So that comes up like that. Don't worry, I will be time-lapsing this and I'll read the instructions. Right, so I've had a little play, and to be quite honest, I'm not liking it very much. Now these are for something else, for other containers for you to use. However, they haven't got whatever adapter attachment you need to be able to use these on this device, which is a bit of a pointless exercise including them really. I suppose you could suck it out to a certain extent, but you won't be able to get like that proper seal. So what you have to do with these bags is cut them to the size you want them. Now I cut one just to test it out, and I cut it too long and it didn't work. So I want to freeze these pork loin chop things. There's 4 of them, so it doesn't need to be massive really. So I'm just going to cut it to about there. It's got no cutter with it, so you're just sort of winging this bit, she says. You have to try and make it straight. So what I've got here, I've got my glass chopping board. I'm using that as a guide. Right, so you've got your bag. Well, it will be a bag, which you have to seal. So you have to put it in. Put it in there. And there's like a little drip tray thing. So it needs to be going to that drip tray, but I might do it a little bit further in because it's just to seal it, it's not to vacuum it. I'll turn it that way because it's a bit curly. So put that in there. Why is it so bloody curly? Let me try it that way. Get in there. Maybe I'll just stick the curly bit in there, it might hold it in better. Right, so you clip it down and you press that button to seal. Right, now to open it again, you have to push these side bits. You've really got to push it quite hard, to be honest. So I've got my bag now. So I'm going to put my chops in there. Now we are a family of 4, but sometimes we have guests. So this packet is 9. There's 9 in this. So I buy big and then I split it up and freeze, which is what I'm doing here. I've got one bag and it's got 5 in it, so I put on it 5. So if we do have a guest, then I know to get to defrost 5 rather than 4. Right, so it says on the instructions that you can use 2 of these settings if you've got something wet. So this is meat, and it gives you a list of different foods of what settings you should have it on. So this is meat, so it says meat or fruit. Additional recommended additional function is the drippy. See it, there's some settings on the top and there's a drippy one. The main 2 you're going to be using are these 2. So I'm going to see about this drippy one. So I think you put the drippy one on and then the seal at the same time. So all those 3 lights are still on. I'm just waiting a minute to see if they go off. Right, the 2 have, and they're flashing. I'll just give it there. There, they've all gone off. So I'm going to press the buttons at the side and open it. And that's one sealed. So see, I could have got away with a smaller bag with the smaller size. I didn't need all that, because when it's sealed, it shrinks a lot of it in. So I'm just putting these in a bag. I'll tell you why I'm putting them in a bag, because it takes up less room in your freezer. Simple as that. I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to cut my bag. This has come with it. I'm going to say probably that will be enough. So again, I'm using the edge of my chopping board for the straight line. Quite easy to cut actually. You can get these off Amazon, these rolls of double plastic thing. So I'm going to go again. I'm going to seal it. I hope this is big enough. It doesn't look big enough. Oh well, we'll find out, won't we? Right, so I'm just going to seal it. I'm just going to look at my other one. Yeah, it doesn't need to be that. Right, I'm going to seal it now. That one. See, it's flashing, and then when it goes out, it's safe to open. So that should be sealed, which it is. So I'm going to get this chicken out of the bag and put it in here. This is probably a bit too much for us, but I don't know, I might do. No, I'll freeze it all and we'll just have to have it over 2 nights or something. Can't be bothered. I might try something in a minute actually. Okay, there's my chicken. So I'm going to do the same again with that little drippy one. And that one again. I'm going to do that again actually. It's not too bad. I will do it one more time. Now that little drip tray there collects any moisture that it's sucking out. I'm just going to do that again. No, it was enough. Right, my husband's just come in and said this one looks a bit shit. So,
I didn't swear.
yes, you did. So I've cut some off it. This is the first one that I did, the test one. So I've cut some off it and I'm going to try and seal it again, see if I can do it any better, because it's sealed it but it's not sucked it out, which is the whole idea. So I've cut that big bit of bag, which was, no, it's excessive on it really. I'm going to seal it again, hopefully. I will use that drippy thing and try it again. So yeah, that's sealed it much better. So as you can see, I've put on there 5 and I've put pork, chicken, and that's pork as well. I'm going to put 4 on that just so I know. So this takes up a lot less room in your freezer. Now, I've just got this out the freezer. I bought this morning and I'm just going to test if any of these are going to suck anything out of here and then potentially seal it. So it's breaking the law really, isn't it? So stick that on there. I don't know what the difference is. It's just a bit smaller, I suppose. Suppose I'll use a smaller one. I wonder if it'll work just in there, just like, I just cut a little so just turn that off because it's not working. My thoughts on this sealer, it's all right. I would like to do an experiment. I don't know if any of you have ever tried it. If you've got some, for example, bedding or towels, and they take up a lot of room, don't they, when you're storing them. Sometimes you can use those pressure, like put your vacuum cleaner on some sort of bag and then suck the air out, and then it obviously doesn't take up as much room when all the air's sucked out of the bag, so you've got more room to store things. It might work doing something like that, so that may be a video for another day.